Hello guys, how are you? I hope everything is great. I'm going to be analyzing a few pairs for this week. On the watch list, I have a few of them, and we're going to be analyzing the first three: CADJPY, GBPCAD, and EURAUD. So with CADJPY, we can see that right now on the weekly time frame, we are bearish. We broke a nice area of interest, a nice order block, however you want to call it. So we can see here that we retest multiple times. When we are above, we're buying. When we are under, we're selling. So this IOI, this is a higher, this is a lower high, lower low on the weekly. So on the weekly, we are expecting for price to get to this IOI and look for a nice entry confirmation to start going to the downside on the weekly time frame. Then if we go to the daily, we can see the daily time frame as well. It was well respected. This area, support, here and the last as well, support, and then we broke through that IOI. We step in this other IOI has a support, and now we are waiting for price to head to the upside. Actually get a little retracement to this IOI to start selling. So the lower high, the last lower high was this one, and this is gonna be on the daily, the lower low. So we're expecting for price to create the lower high to have the continuation to the downside. So we have two time frames, sync, weekly and daily, and let's see what's up with the 4 hours. For 4 hours, enormous candles and engulfing candlestick. That means that we have a lot of liquidity. What is it? A lot of liquidity on this candle. So we're expecting for price at least to give us a 50% of discount to get into the IOI to start selling. So now what we're gonna waiting for here, because we have 3 time frame in sync, we're gonna be waiting for the price to get to this IOI. I just set my alarm up at this price 105.616, and as soon we are here, we're gonna track this price action to get in with a nice entry signal and then get the run to the downside. We need to always take care of the entry signal and respect our rules, because price can always manipulate and then start going to the upside. So before that, we just need the price to get into this area, and then we're gonna check in. This is one of the pairs that I really like for this week. So yeah, next. So we have GBPCAD. Let's see, it's a bit like laggy, I don't know why. Alright, GBPCAD. Let's see what we see here. Let's go to the weekly. I always like to do my analysis, top-down analysis, weekly, daily, 4 hour. So here, if we have the big picture, let's see the monthly. I always like, well, monthly is like consolidation with a little week. I don't like it too much. But on the weekly, we can see that the price is bullish, is bearish. This was the highest point, lower high, lower low. The weekly already create another lower high. So we're expecting for price to go to the downside on the weekly. On the daily, we can see this uptrend daily for how many days? Well, almost 2 weeks, 13, 14 days. We are now, like this. On the daily, we are now in a nice area of interest. Couple times support, has a support, resistance. Here support, resistance. Now it was resistant. The daily broke to the downside. Now went all the way back to create that little lower high, the next lower high. So now we're expecting for price to consolidate for a bit here and start going to the downside. So we have weekly so far bearish, daily so far bearish. Right now it's pushing up. If we see the 4 hour, this is our IOI interested. So on the 4 hour we're still bullish. So we're still bullish. So we're just gonna be waiting for, because we have weekly and daily as a bearish. I would love to see the 4 hour. Let's see, 1 second. I can see here on the 4 hour that we have a nice, let me mark this up. We have a nice area of interest that could be, let me see here. So we can be waiting here for a little break and retest of maybe 1 hour. So this is like a accumulation price. So maybe to get into this position, we can wait for price to break this IOI. Let's see, and then look for an entry confirmation to start going to the downside. Could be an idea, or if you want to be like a bit more conservative and safe. Let me see. We can also use the break of the 4 hour to turn bearish, and as soon as it turns bearish, it should create another like left head and right shoulder, and we can get in on the right shoulder. So we're gonna be waiting for a shift structure on the 4 hour or 2 hours or 1 hour. As I always say, you can follow me on my Instagram. I will be posting detailed entry confirmations to get into this. And also in my Telegram channel, I'm gonna be posting all the details as well, with the pair that we're playing out and the pair that we are like interested on. For now, I'm gonna be putting alarm right here at this point, just to follow the price action. Okay, this is GBPCAD. Next, what else we have? EURAUD with the Australian dollar. What we have here? So on here, if we see the big picture like this, we can see that this one here was an area that it was IOI on the weekly. Let's see the weekly. 1 second. So this is a weekly. A weekly we have a bearish. This is a previous AOI that was broke. That was here, like it has a resistance and support, resistance, support, couple times, more than 3 taps. So that means it's a really good area. Now price is pulling up to that IOI to have a potential move to the downside. So we're expecting here on the weekly, create a little bit of the lower high to start creating the lower low. That's what we're looking here on the weekly time frame. On the daily, if we see daily, there's a couple times, like here, resistance, 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 support, support, support. Now he was like a break. How do you say that? He got some liquidity to the top, to the upside, and then went back down. So on the daily, this is pretty interesting because we see that the price action here was like lower high, lower low, lower high. It break the past lower low. Now we're having a new lower low. So now we're creating a new lower high to start the continuation to this next IOI that is pretty respected. So if we follow the price right now, we're pushing up to this EMA. Also, we are on a wrong psychological level. No. But it's a nice push, nice price action on the 4 hour. It was the loss, the last lower higher low. Now we're creating a higher high. We need the 4 hour to turn bullish to create the lower high on the daily. So what we're gonna expecting here, I'm gonna be expecting for price. I'm gonna be checking on London session, and price should break. Let me see at 30 minutes. I will be looking for price to break this 1 hour, turn bearish, and then wait for a entry confirmation. Let me see the 4 hour. We still have 60 minutes, so let's see with this 60 minutes how it closes, and maybe we can get into this trade. Also to the downside, there's a big potential to the downside. We can target 3R depending on our stop loss. Stay tuned as well on the Telegram channel. I'm going to be posting on the description down below, and also in my social media, Instagram. I always post about the trades I'm taking. What else we can see here? GBP and CT. Let's see. I think I'm gonna stick to those 3 pairs for now, because price action so far from these ones I don't like too much. But yeah, for now, guys. So a little recap. So if you're on the daily, we're gonna be waiting for price to pull back, create a lower high to start going to the downside. Stay tuned for this short position. GBPCAD. On the GBPCAD, we're waiting as well for a little shift structure, or maybe on the 4 hour or 2 hours, to try to get in a nice position to go short. So here we're expecting, depending on the stop loss that we're marking, this is the next structure. Let's see, wait 1 second. Yeah, this is the next IOI that we're gonna be waiting for. Maybe 3.5 R. This is a good trade. And then Euro Australian dollar, same thing. We're gonna be waiting for price to get around this area and then push to this next IOI. So another 3R. So these nice 3 trades that we are in. Stay tuned. Let's get the best this week from the Forex pairs, and let's make some money. Thank you, guys. I hope you like the video. Push the button of liking and subscribe if you want.